Oh, this is an ominous statue. I don't. That. Okay, clearly this wasn't the first one I was meant to find, but Depression 4th Stage very suddenly tells us what this game might actually be about. And that is very interesting. That also would imply to me that there are 5 stages, like literally 5 levels to the game, maybe 5 colors, in which case it's going to be weird to figure out what gets left out of the kind of 6 main colors of the color wheel, but that's very interesting. And also, I feel like I've been doing a pretty thorough job with this game. I'm surprised it took me until this level to find one of these, assuming I missed the first 3. I don't know why they would show these out of order. That adds a whole new layer to this entire game. The idea that the statue crumbled and Gree lost her voice and all color faded from the world, and it is a slow, gradual process until she can feel the color of the world again. Realizing very much feels like this could be a game about grief. Very much explains all the statues being very despairing as well. I'm curious how much of that will remain subtext and how much of it will become like direct text, but very much I'm very much now going to be keeping an eye out for exactly how the ideas of the stages of grief fit to this game, because that's very interesting. It's also very interesting to me on just this challenge list that the colors, which are like actual unavoidable plot, you will do this to complete the game, are listed after these kind of secret stages that I've apparently missed several of. Now, if you know the 5 stages of grief, you know which ones are missing, but the fact that I didn't find them is interesting. Also, like, I'm curious, I doubt this game feels like it's straightforward enough, in a good way, that it wouldn't pull this, but like, the idea of the 5 stages of grief has not come under criticism, but like, fairly recently more people have started to point out that like, those are fairly good representations of how people process grief, but they don't even necessarily go in that order. Depression can absolutely come before bargaining or anger. You can feel a sense of acceptance, and then other aspects of grief hit you later on. This idea that grief always goes in those particular 5 steps in that order is a little bit an outdated way of looking at things. So while I doubt that this game is planning on actually showing me that, I'm sure I did just miss the statues. There is something also very interesting about finding stage 4 depression first, and even if unintentional, adds kind of an interesting way of looking at how to deal with grief. Wow, yeah, I really did not. I figured there was kind of subtle aspects of the world building I was missing, but that statue alone makes me think this entire game is meant to be a metaphor for grief, and now I'm on board with that. I'm very interested to see what it has to say about that, how that's presented. In a game this beautiful, I can't there are certain games where it would feel tacky if it was like, oh, all of a sudden this was secretly about this. But this game is like conceptually abstract enough that it doesn't feel tacked on to say this is actually what the kind of authors and developers were thinking as they were developing this game bit by bit. And it's just very interesting to me that like I didn't catch on, and don't know if I ever would have caught on if I didn't flat out get a thing saying like referring to the stages of grief directly. But I very much imagine that is kind of the basis of a lot of this game, which is really interesting. And it's like, and so interesting. Like, that's missable. It's like that was a secret passage I found that was not like super obvious. And again, this is the fourth of, I assume, 5 statues, and I missed the first 3. So like the idea, very this is another thing of this could conceivably be considered a not a positive thing, but I do mean it as a positive thing. Very much reminds me of Braid, in how on the surface Braid is about like, a hero trying to rescue the princess, but it turns out that the hero is actually kind of in the wrong and the princess doesn't want to be with the hero. But then you read about the secret ending, it's like, no, it's actually about nuclear war. It's about nuclear weapons. That's what this game is actually secretly about. It's like, what the hell? Where did that come from? Except once more, I haven't actually played Braid. Maybe it fits actually really well. I remember reading about it and being like, these two things seem very different, and it feels weird to have them both be part of this game. Here, I can feel it. Even though I didn't pick up on it, I can feel that there's definitely space for that subtext to all fit together here. And it is just so interesting that to have it be kind of a secret plotline. Oh, is the cool turtle gonna light the way for me? That's so cool. I do have to use the restroom. I'm so sorry. Yeah, now that I've had a couple seconds to think about it on my own, like, similar to the fake ending of Signalis, and again, I don't know if this tops that, just because I love Signalis so much. But very, very similar to Signalis of, I can't believe you wouldn't, like, again, I mean this in a good way. I'm just so surprised the game would hide that from the players. And the idea of, if you're paying attention, you might have this big eureka moment, but if you're not paying attention, you'll miss it completely. So it's very, very interesting to me. And if you're saying, look, everyone knows about Signalis by now, everyone knows there's a fake ending. No, I had a friend who got to the fake ending and was like, yeah, that was weird. I didn't love it. And I've tried not to spoil that there's the fake ending, but I've told him, like, you should play through the first couple minutes again, see how you feel about it. And he hasn't done it, and I think I might just have to tell him it's a fake ending, even though I was really hoping to keep that surprise from him. But yeah, it's very fascinating, this idea of, like, a core aspect of your game might be hidden from players who are not investing themselves in it, but to those of us who are investing themselves, it makes the experience so much more, like, layered. I don't know. I'm just very curious where the game will take this kind of thesis statement and how it will wrap into, like, content that the player is required to process versus content that the player might miss. I'm just very curious to see how it'll play out. That's I'm gonna explore a little bit more. Yeah, that's the way to go. Okay. Now, you all see where I'm entering the statue. If I didn't find out 10 minutes ago that this entire game is a metaphor for grief, I would be going all in on the jokes right now, but I can't. I can't do that right now. Couldn't have been a little bit further up the back. It was really, really interesting placement there. Oh, shit. Oh, that's cool. That's a cool waterfall effect. Allowing me to make progress. Not like that, though. Oh, you know what I can do? I can go straight upwards. And then over here. And I believe getting on a hand means... Okay, no, I can't get there. Can I just swim straight up? Yeah. Cool. And this is the first time I think we've actually like seen her face in full since the opening. In fact, I don't know if we even see it in the opening. And it's alive. Just open its eyes. Oh my god, I mentioned it looks like she's cringing. If she's like literally in the middle of grieving. Oh my god. This game's very good. God. Yellow has been brought back. Oh, and that goes straight into a cutscene. Oh, shit. Fuck off, Femto. So the game prompted me with A there, and as I have mentioned several times, A is her attempting to... Oh, it's an eel now! That was very cool. I'm losing track of what I'm saying. I'm very stressed. Yeah, shit. I thought I could make him distract him. Oh, now he's staying as two. That's bad for me, probably. Oh, but not if it gets really small. Oh, now it's a bunch of tiny little millions of eels. I can't do much. I can give myself slight boosts. I don't know how much that actually affects this and how much of this is cutscene, but it's very, like... Oh god, oh god, oh god. Oh, now I'm just complete darkness. Okay. Okay. The jellyfish will light the way. Oh my god. Okay, so yeah. As I have mentioned, A is the prompt of her trying to sing and failing, and the game required me to do it there, and she still couldn't sing. Which is really interesting in terms of it feels like that is definitely, like, again, if this is all a metaphor for grief and she can't bring herself to sing, like she's lost her voice, like this game is gearing up to be very good. It was already very good. This game is, but it's gearing up to, like, say something about the state of humanity, you know, and I'm here for it. I'm really into it now. I was already into it, but now, you know what I mean? I'm loving it. And also this idea that she starts to try to sing and it doesn't work, and then big looming monster that is grief, depression, who knows, but something that is, you know, trying to conquer her and take over her life rears its ugly head again. It's... Oof, guys. Okay, well, now we've got a maze going. Because this is its own little area. Aha! feel like that eel fight is not complete yet, though. Especially given all the, like... I know those are rocks, but they look like the black moths. Which I feel like is foreshadowing that we are not done with this confrontation yet. Jeez. Okay, I didn't expect a jump scare. God damn. Oh, that was a really good one, though. I can't even be mad. That was a really good scare. Oh, man. God, music's really good, too. Yeah! That's so cool! Oh my god! I could feel something was gonna stop it. Like, I didn't just fail the fight. I knew something was gonna save me, but I didn't know it was gonna be beautiful turtle boy. Oh, let's go! Avoid eel bites. Oh, I could have gotten bitten. I assume it wouldn't have been a game over. I don't think this game has any game overs, but I got an achievement for not getting bitten at all. Oh, man. God bless you, Turtle-kun. That was so cool. And getting an achievement, like, knowing that I could have messed up and I didn't. That makes me feel better, because that did feel very cutscene-y. I didn't know how much control I actually had over everything that was going on. So getting confirmation that, like, no, I did a good job there, that makes me feel good. What is that? What's going on? What was the noise? Just that I got my dots back? I saw that they were waiting for me, but what actually happened? Also, I see there's a side orb up there. I'm curious how I can get it. There's some butterflies up there, so presumably this will not soft lock me. Maybe it will, though. We're back in crystal territory. Oh, in fact, this is the top of the thing from before. That's cool. That's pretty. I'm curious if there's also an achievement for, like, never lose your footing from the bird as well. This is very pretty. I'm curious what the, like, it's not really a mechanic behind it. I can see my way pretty well even when it's not lit, but I don't know. It's very, I'm not complaining. It was very pretty. I'm curious how much hidden meaning there is meant to be behind the fact that the monster did not appear until I broke a bunch of shit in the, like, basement area. I'm curious what the kind of... And again, it was, you know, I don't think this is required. I think it can just be vases, but I destroyed a statue, and that's what made it show up. And, like, is that representative of, like, I don't know, realize, like, does the statue represent a memory? Am I realizing that I'm starting to forget about the person and that made all the feelings hit way harder? I don't know. But I'm just... I feel like there's I'm so curious, once everything's done, how much there will be to say about this game in terms of, like, themes and whatnot. I don't know. I'm really interested in thinking about what represents what now that I know what kind of the framing device of all this is. Okay. Was that a skull down there? No. It was just several leaves and a little inlet. Okay, well that feels like a way out of here. I would like to try and find that thing I found earlier. Oh, I could almost put me somewhere. I'll give it one more try. Nah, I'm not allowed past that little stalactite. I don't know how I'm supposed to get to that other place, but alas, we already know we're not 100% in it this run around, so let's get going. I would like for that to light up at least a little bit. Usually it lights up when I get near it. Now it is a mechanic that I would like to activate. Oh. Oh! Okay, I did feel the controller vibrate a little bit, which tells me things I can break, but that's good to know. Oh, wow, and I saw those little mushroom guys way at the beginning, but I didn't think they'd ever be relevant. I thought they'd just be a cute little background thing. That's fun. Oh, we're back at the World Tree. There's a game where you can jump between water things like this. It feels like a Mario game. Not Sunshine, obviously. I say obviously, and then I name the Mario game that has like the most mechanics that are directly related to water. Having recently played a bunch of Sunshine, it is obvious to me that that's not the game I'm thinking of. But like, being able to jump from water thing to water thing. It might have been a mechanic in one of the worlds in Odyssey. That feels right. I think it might be. I might be thinking of Odyssey. It's a very fun gimmick. Alright. I want to ride the waterfall up, but first I want to see how did I do. I don't get to look this way. Here's where I get to. Oh, wait, maybe not yet. Alright. It is interesting how I brought back yellow, and it's clear that that's in reference to like the moonlight, but there's not a lot of yellow that actually got added to the color palette. Oh, it's making a big old bridge. It's not making a shape, it's making a bridge, and I bet the last one is going to connect it to the point where I can actually start walking on it. Very cool. No, not you. Or, hang on. Do I have to go this way a little bit? To see how I did? I did 3 out of 5. Not bad. Okay. I'm doing a decent job, all things considered, with getting those extras, I think. I probably will not record me getting the other ones. I'm going to look up to see if there's like a secret ending. If there's a secret ending, I will try to get all the extras. But again, I don't even know if I can go back to get some of these. Because again, that very first area seems fairly locked off in the water now. Although not anymore, not that I have swimming. I can go exploring in water. Ooh, even that's been added in. That's new as well. And this is just completely new architecture now. So this leads to what I assume is the final area before the final, like, branch before we head off into the stars. Whether or not there's a final boss battle or not, I don't know. Whoa! There's some yellow for me. Got a little firefly. Ooh, he's going to illuminate a pathway for me. That's cool. That's really cool. Thanks, little guy. Or he's not? Okay, I had to break him out first. Ooh, we have a little Utena upside down castle. Interesting. Whoa. Alright. Oh, is it gonna fade away? Oh boy. That's cool. Okay, we've got a nice flower. Several nice flowers. Yeah, there's what I want. Nice. Is that running water I hear? I think so. Yeah, that's what these bits are. Okay, there are butterflies there, but they don't seem to be red. Oh, but I can still use them, so never mind. Where to? I see. Gotta collect some more boys and then come back. I'm curious if there's something over there. I see a floor. Aha! Alright, onwards and upwards. I feel like I probably missed another orb there, but I've already gotten 2 from this section. I'm content. If I get at least half of the orbs in each section, I'm gonna be happy. This gimmick of lighting up where the platforms are is very cool. I like this a lot. Oh, buddy, I need you still. Can I get you instead? Okay.